Hey man, Gary Walker here and welcome back for another video. Yeah, so this setting, I'm on my lunch break. So I figure the setting's gonna look a little weird, but I wanted to get a video out there, get a video recorded for you guys. I told you I'm gonna be coming back. This one, I'm gonna give you a couple different things. First, I'm gonna talk about how to boost testosterone. And this is crucial for guys 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. I've got several men on my one-on-one coaching program, and that's the primary focus initially when you come in, is to boost your hormone profile, your testosterone, your growth hormone, lower the cortisol level. So I'm going to explain a little bit about that. I'm also going to give you one of my favorite exercises for each body part. The reason I'm going to do that is because I talked a little bit in the last video about how to make sure you are keeping up with your workouts. You're keeping up with your fitness, even if your life is hectic and you're busy. Basically, you want to focus on some compound movements, and I'm going to give you some of my favorite ones. Quickly, I also wanted to touch base on one other aspect, everything when it comes to life. A lot of you guys, if you're watching and you've been in my coaching program, you've worked with me in the past, you know I had an assistant coach that I hired named Jake Boykin. Phenomenal young man, ahead of his years in knowledge, and so lived life to the fullest. So he was in my coaching program. I hired him when he was getting his master's degree. Typically, I was looking for another coach to help me with my one-on-one coaching. I started getting a lot of guys. I got a little bit over 100 guys. This is about 2 years ago, and I was getting overwhelmed. I reached out to a lot of other people, and I was trying to find somebody closer in my age, since I primarily focus on working with older men. But what I found is a lot of people that are my age are either stuck in their ways when it comes to what they do. They've got a lot of bad habits. And then when it comes to a trainer, I am always going to be looking at somebody similar to myself. I've got 3 decades of experience. That's one thing that separates me from a lot of people. The second thing is I know that I don't know it all. And I know that what I may have done 15, 20 years ago may not be the best methods now. So I'm always evolving, always learning. And so when I was interviewing a lot of different coaches, that's the biggest thing I came across. It was really hard for me to find an older guy with the knowledge that I wanted, but then also somebody that was willing to be open-minded to new things that were, coming into the industry. I've got a lot of experience. So when I was interviewing people, I was quickly eliminating people. And then somebody got recommended to me. I reached out to Texas Tech University, and I reached out to the head of their department, asked if there's anybody there that I was looking for, a professor, somebody that maybe taught kinesiology, exercise sports sciences, or exercise physiology, something like that. Well, the name that kept coming to me was a student. He was a master's student. And just very bright young man. And long story short, I hired him. He did a phenomenal job with my guys. I really enjoyed working with him. So the guys that have been in my program know that he passed away. He was training for a cycling event, college cyclist, and he got ran over. And that was a very difficult time for me and a lot of the guys in my group. But the whole reason I'm bringing that to your attention is because he lived by the motto, don't skim your story. So basically, life is short, but at the end of the day, life is also busy. So a lot of people go through every day of their life just trying to get through the days and not really absorbing each day for what it is, a blessing. And so we're not guaranteed tomorrow. So knowing that, take advantage of today. Do everything that you can to be present. Whoever you're around, whoever you're talking to, if you're in school, if it's a job, whatever it is, whatever your circumstance, be present, absorb that moment, and then live life to its fullest. So Jake did a phenomenal job with the time he had. A life cut way too short. He was such a wonderful man that I wish he would have had a lot more time. He did teach me that. So he's half my age. He was half my age, but he taught me more about being present in the day-to-day circumstances, in the situations. And so I just wanted to stress that. Phenomenal guy, but yeah, don't skim your story. That came from him. I don't know where he got it from, but really cool thing that I've actually, kept close to my heart now. And I use that with every day of my life to just be present in every situation and every circumstance. But quickly, let me get into the video. I know this was long-winded. I apologize. The other things I wanted to focus on, like I told you, how to boost your testosterone levels. There's some really simple things to do. Obviously, as an older man, if you're new to working out, you're new to fitness, you're new to eating healthy, the first thing you need to do is start getting rid of some of that body fat. So as you age, your body starts accumulating body fat. The more body fat you get, the worse your testosterone levels are going to get. The higher your estrogen levels and cortisol levels are going to get. So it's as simple as eliminating processed foods. Eliminate the processed foods and replace those with whole, nutrient-dense foods. Eat a good lean protein source with every meal. I have my guys eat 3 meals and 1 snack every day. So each meal needs to have a lean protein. We're talking chicken, fish, lean beef, eggs, something like that. Greek yogurt as a snack, a good healthy protein snack. And that's also a good probiotic for your gut health. So something like that, keeping it very simple. And then I always tell my guys to earn your carbs. So if you're working out, for instance, I recommend working out 4 days per week. 4 days per week of doing resistance training. Now you can do cardio exercises. You can do all of that 7 days a week. Just stay active. I'm okay with that as long as you're not overdoing the cardio. I mean, 20 minutes of walking, playing pickleball, playing basketball, just staying active every day is fine. Now the resistance training days, typically I like 4 days. That allows you to have 3 rest and recovery days, which are crucial for older guys. You definitely need to make sure you're giving your body enough time to recover. Now with those workouts, what I want you to do in those 3 meals where you're having your lean protein, add a complex carbohydrate. So for breakfast, it can be oatmeal. If you want eggs and oatmeal, that's perfect. Multi-grain toast, something like that. Ezekiel bread. Those are good options. Some rice, potatoes, quinoa, beans. All of those are good carbs that you can eat. Even fruits. Fruits are good for you as well when it comes to making sure you're replenishing your glycogen levels. Even though fruits are more fructose and replaces liver glycogen compared to muscle glycogen. I don't want to get too complicated, but just make sure you're having some good complex carbs. Load up on the veggies. So that's the other thing. Eat as many veggies as you want. And then make sure you're getting a few good, healthy fats. So that's how you're going to structure your workout days. So good lean protein, good complex carbs, some good essential fats, and load up with the veggies. Now, the 3 days a week that you're not doing resistance training, all you need to do, continue to eat your lean proteins, load up with the veggies, and I want you to eliminate the complex carbs. So you don't need a lot of complex carbs. However, I prefer you get complex carbs. Now, if you're working out 4 days a week, that means 4 days a week you're going to get your complex carbs, and that's plenty. So the other 3 days, you're just going to be doing more of a keto style diet plan. So 3 meals and a snack still, but you're eating protein and veggies, and you're not, and some healthy fats. Make sure you're getting your healthy fats. You're just omitting the complex carbs on those days. So no rice, potatoes, quinoa, beans, breads, fruits, anything on the 3 days that you're not working out. So that's carb cycling 101. That's a basic way to carb cycle. If you start carb cycling that way and you're eating that clean, you're going to start losing some body fat. So you're going to lose body fat. Instantly, your testosterone levels are going to improve. Next thing you want to make sure you're doing is prioritizing your sleep. A good quality 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night is going to help you with your testosterone levels as well. And you want to make sure, when I say sleep, I mean quality sleep, your REM sleep, REM, rapid eye movement sleep. That's when your body's going to produce more testosterone. So you want to make sure you're doing things necessary to get that good quality sleep. Dark room, quiet room, cold room, whatever you need. Just set the environment so you can get really good sleep. Now, the next thing we've already kind of touched on, it's the resistance training. So you want to make sure you're doing 4 resistance training workouts. If you don't have a lot of time, maybe you're busy, and you saw my other video, how I stressed 2 or 3 days of resistance training is better than 0 days of resistance training. But you want to make sure you're getting 2, 3, and my recommended 4 days would be the optimal amount. But either one of those is going to be fine depending on your circumstances and your schedule. Now, resistance training, focus on compound movements. I'm about to give you some of my favorite compound exercises. That's going to help boost testosterone levels. Lowering body fat, that's going to help boost testosterone levels, and quality sleep. You combine those 3, your test levels are naturally going to be boosted. No supplements necessary. If you want a few supplements to kind of help boost you a little bit, then something like a ZMA supplement, a zinc and magnesium aspartate with some B6, that's a good supplement. And the reason that works for testosterone production, it just helps you get into that deeper sleep. So it's going to help you get into more optimal sleep, which is when we're going to get more testosterone levels anyways. So other than that, that's typically all you need to do. It's that simple. Now, exercises per body part. Let's see. The very first one, typically you're going to hear the legs and a squat variation. So I do like squats, not necessarily back squats, especially for my older guys. I like some goblet squats and even dumbbell squats. The range of motion is better. You don't overload your spine and things like that. However, if you only have one leg exercise that's a compound movement exercise, I want you to get into some unilateral work, meaning work each side independently. And what I prefer is a alternating reverse lunge. Now, some of you guys may not have the balance to do that. That's one of the benefits of doing it. If you don't have the balance now, you will eventually get the balance. So for now, try to do a reverse lunge, one leg at a time, alternating style. Hold on to something for balance if you need to. Now, the other side of that is if you're new to working out, you may not have enough strength to lift your body weight up with each leg. So if that's you, you're just getting started, then go ahead and do a body weight squat, a goblet squat, something like that using two legs, but with the goal being to eventually get to where you can do the unilateral lunge, which is going to work each side independently, which will help improve any imbalances that you might already have. Also, it's just going to help you improve your balance. As an older guy, you want to make sure your balance is being worked on. So that's one thing. Now, I also want you to work the backside of your legs. So the first exercise I'm going to do is like either a dumbbell deadlift or a dumbbell Romanian deadlift, which is a smaller range of motion. Either one of those is going to help work your glutes, your hamstrings, and your lower back. So those two are going to be my lower body exercises of choice. Now, for chest, I like a 30-degree chest press with the dumbbells. I like dumbbells as opposed to barbells because you get a better range of motion for one, but it's also more natural of a movement for you. So you can rotate your hands slightly and you can tuck your elbows in a little bit more. Doing things like that are going to be easier on your shoulders and your elbows and even your wrists. So a 30-degree, the reason I like that, it's a little bit safer for your shoulders, but it also helps work the front delts, the anterior shoulders. So not only are you working your chest when you do that 30-degree angle, but you're also working your front shoulders. So you're getting benefits from both of those muscle groups with that one exercise. Now for back, I like to choose two because I like to work vertically and horizontally, meaning a lat pull down. You're coming from the top down, which is going to work your back in one fashion. And you're also going to do a horizontal row. So a dumbbell row. Dumbbell back row horizontally is going to work different musculature in your back compared to the lat pull down. So I like doing both of those for your back. Now your shoulders, if you're doing the 30-degree chest press that I mentioned, you're getting some anterior work in your shoulders. Now you're working the front delts, which is what that means. By doing the back exercises, you're working the rear delts. The one thing you're not working is your lateral heads, the sides of your shoulders. So I want you to do a dumbbell lateral raise. So that's not a compound movement, however, like these others are, but it's one muscle group that will make a massive difference in your overall physique. It's going to widen your overall frame, which is going to give you the appearance of a smaller waist. So really good benefit. And by doing all of those exercises, you're making sure you're not going to have any shoulder imbalances. Now, the bicep exercise, just a standard dumbbell curl. So standard curl with the supination, meaning you're rotating at the top. You're rotating your pinky up. You're rotating your wrist, which is getting your pinky up. By doing that movement, you're going to get a good full contraction of the biceps. Now, for the triceps, I like doing a dumbbell skull crusher. Dumbbell skull crushers allow for different ranges of motion as well. Based on, you can do a dumbbell skull crusher from a flat bench, or you can even do it from an incline bench, which is going to give you a deeper stretch in your triceps. So both of those are really good options for your triceps. Your dumbbell arm curls are really good options for your biceps. Now, I want to finish it off with your abs. So for abs, I really like just standard planks. There's a lot of different ways to do planks. If you're a beginner, just a straight arm plank. going for 30 seconds to 60 seconds to 90 seconds eventually, sucking in your belly button, get that vacuum going. That's going to help strengthen that lower back as well. Once that becomes easy, get onto your elbows. You can do an elbow plank. When that's easy, you can do an elbow plank, and then you can do knee to elbows. So touch your elbows with your knees, alternating fashion. So again, that's what makes planks so unique, is there's a lot of different variations for beginner, intermediate, or advanced levels. All of those are phenomenal exercises. Now, I know this is a long video. I apologize for the length of it. I wanted to come back, give you a lot of good, valuable information with this first video. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions at all about any of these exercises, then comment in the, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Also, I would love to hear what some of your favorite exercises are. Again, knowing there are a ton of amazing exercises you can do. I'm not saying only do the ones I'm recommending. I'm just saying these are some of my favorite options, especially when you are battling a time crunch. Incorporate a few of these within each workout. You're going to get great results, test boosting benefits, fat burning benefits, muscle building benefits, all of those things. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm happy to be back. It's good to do these again. So I look forward to doing more and reading your comments. With that being said, thanks so much. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.